My son, my daughter, I want to speak with you now in a more intimate, deeper, and closer way to your heart. I want you to stop for a moment and pay attention to my voice because I have something precious to tell you. Do not get distracted by the worries of everyday life. Do not allow the noise of the world to drown out what I want to whisper to your heart. I've always been here since the beginning, waiting for the right moment to have this conversation with you. And now that the moment has arrived, I want you to listen attentively because what I have to tell you can transform the way you see yourself, how you walk, and how you live your life. Have you noticed how perfect everything I have created is? How every detail of nature reflects my greatness. Look at the sky, so vast, so immense, stretching like a blanket over the earth, changing color according to the times of day, painting scenes that no human hand could reproduce with such beauty. Observe the movement of the stars, which never miss a line, obeying the order I established from the beginning. Look at how the planets rotate in harmony, how the sun warms the earth without getting too close to destroy it or moving too far to leave it lifeless. Everything is in perfect tune. Nothing is out of place. Observe the oceans that have limits they cannot cross, obeying the tides and respecting the invisible boundaries I established. Watch as the waves come and go in a continuous cycle, never tiring. Contemplate the mountains that rise like firm columns, holding up the earth, enduring time, facing storms, yet remaining unshaken. Feel the delicacy of the rivers that flow toward the sea without losing their way, sculpting the earth as they pass, bringing life to everything around them. The birds know exactly where to fly without a map or a compass. The lilies of the field do not worry about their clothing, but they shine with a beauty greater than the richest fabrics of the kings of the earth. Effortlessly, without anxiety, without worry, fulfilling their purpose, blooming at the right time, exhaling their fragrance, and adorning the fields without concern for tomorrow. They do not need to chase after what is already guaranteed for them. I sustain them, just as I sustain all creation. And the animals, the lion roars with authority, the deer runs with swiftness, the eagles fly over the storms without fear of opposing winds, because they know they were created for that. Even the ants, so small, show wisdom and diligence, working together, storing food at the right time, teaching a powerful lesson about cooperation and perseverance. Everything I have done is wonderful. Everything has a purpose. Everything is interconnected. But among all my creations, none compares to you. None of them carries my image. None of them has the privilege of being called son, daughter. Yes, son, daughter, you are the greatest of my works. I created mountains that touch the sky and seas that cover the earth, but nothing is as precious as you. I shaped every detail of your being with love, thinking of every feature, every expression, every emotion I would place inside you. I myself breathed life into you. It was not by chance that you were brought into this world. It was by my love. From your mother's womb, I already knew you. I saw your eyes before they were formed. I heard your voice before you could speak. Your days were written in my book before the first of them existed. Nothing in you was an accident. No part of your story escaped me. I designed you exactly as I wanted you to be, with a unique purpose that only you can fulfill. Do you know why? Because you were never a mistake. You were never an accident. You were planned, thought of, desired. I dreamed of you before time began, before the first ray of light touched the earth. I already knew your name before any man learned to count the days. I'd already counted every one of yours, and I love you so much, my beloved, that I gave my son for you. There was no price too high to pay to have you back. I gave the most precious thing I had because you are valuable to me. Have you ever stopped to think about this? You're worth more than all the riches of the world, more than gold and silver, more than anything created, because in you I breathed my essence, my image, my love. But son, daughter, there is something that saddens me. Many times you look at yourself in the mirror and do not see what I see. You see yourself as small, weak, incapable. You compare yourself to others. You feel inferior. You feel unworthy. You believe the lies the world tells you about yourself, allowing the wrong voices to define your worth. But today, I want you to see the truth. I do not make mistakes. I do not create incomplete works. If I created you, it was for a reason. If you are here, it is because you have a purpose. The enemy wants you to doubt this. He wants you to feel lost, worthless, rejected. He whispers lies in your mind, telling you that you are not good enough, that you will never be loved, that no one cares about you. But today I want you to hear my voice. I love you. I chose you. I created you with a purpose. Son, daughter, there is nothing you can do to make me love you more, and nothing you can do to make me love you less. My love for you does not depend on your performance, your successes, or your mistakes. If you fall, I will be there to lift you up. If you fail, I will be there to correct you with love. If you stray, I will be waiting for your return. I am the Father who never abandons his children. Do you remember the parable of the prodigal son? He took his inheritance, wasted it all, fell to the deepest point, and thought there was no turning back. But when he decided to return home, do you know what happened? I ran to meet him. I did not wait for him to explain himself. I did not demand he pay for what he did. I simply embraced him. Son, daughter, I would do the same for you. In fact, I already did. I receive you with open arms always because I love you. I do not love you for what you do. I love you for who you are. You are my son, my daughter. Beloved, I know that sometimes you feel alone, that sometimes life is heavy and the difficulties seem unbearable. I know that there are nights when fear robs you of sleep and days when sadness weighs on your heart. But listen closely. You are never alone. I am with you even when you do not feel me, even when it seems like you cannot hear me. I am there, walking by your side, holding your hand, taking care of every detail of your life. Nothing you go through escapes me. I see your tears, I know your pains, I know the battles that no one else knows, but I am fighting for you. I am your refuge, your strength, your firm rock. When the waters rise, I will be with you. When the fire comes, it will not consume you. When the storm rages, I will be your safe refuge. Do not be afraid, for I'm your God and I will never abandon you. Now that you know this, son, daughter, I want you to live as someone who is loved. Stop walking as if you were an orphan, as if you were alone in this world. Stop hiding, stop running from your calling, stop doubting your worth. Son, daughter, I see how hard you've been working to hold everything together. You try to balance responsibilities, meet expectations, and keep up appearances, but inside you feel exhausted and unseen. You cry out to me in the quiet moments, asking if I notice, if I care. Let me tell you, I see it all. I see the sacrifices you make for your family, the kindness you show when no one is looking, and the battles you fight in silence. You are not invisible to me. Every act of love and faithfulness matters, and I am here to strengthen you when you feel like you can't go on. There are moments when you feel like your prayers are hitting a wall, as if I'm distant or silent. But do you realize that even in those times I am working behind the scenes? Like a farmer planting seeds, the growth isn't always visible right away. Think of the times I've answered prayers in ways you didn't expect, or doors I opened when you thought none were left. Trust my timing, even when it feels like nothing is changing. I am the God who parts seas, brings water from rocks, and calls forth life where there was none. Keep asking, keep trusting, I'm not finished yet. Have you noticed how you handle challenges differently now compared to a year ago? Look at how you've grown. The trials you've faced have refined you, even when you didn't realize it. That patience you've been forced to learn, the strength you've developed by enduring hardship, those are gifts I've planted in you. You are stronger than you think, and every struggle is preparing you for the purpose I've called you to fulfill. Look back, not to dwell on the pain, but to see how far I've brought you. And remember, if I've been faithful before, I'll be faithful again. There's something I've placed on your heart, a dream, a vision, or a longing that you keep dismissing as too big or impossible. You wonder if it's from me or just your own thoughts. Let me confirm it now. I am the one who placed that calling within you. You've been holding back because of fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of stepping out into the unknown. But son, daughter, I am with you. If I've called you to it, I will equip you for it. Don't let fear silence the voice of purpose I've placed inside of you. Take the first step, and I'll guide you the rest of the way. You've been comparing yourself to others, feeling like you'll never measure up to their success, their gifts, or their calling. But I need you to understand this. I didn't create you to be like them. I created you to be uniquely you. The gifts I've given you are not lesser, they're different, meant to fulfill a purpose that only you can accomplish. The world doesn't need another version of someone else, it needs you, fully embracing who I've called you to be. Stop looking around and start looking up. Fix your eyes on me and I will show you the beauty of who you are. Sometimes you hesitate to trust me with the things that matter most to you, your family, your future, your dreams, because you're afraid of losing control. But I want you to know that trusting me isn't losing control. It's gaining peace. When you place your life in my hands, you're entrusting it to the one who knows the end from the beginning, who loves you more than you can imagine. Surrender isn't weakness, it's wisdom. I won't let you fall. I want you to pause and ask yourself this. When was the last time you let yourself rest? Not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally. You've been carrying burdens you were never meant to carry, trying to solve problems that only I can fix. Come to me and lay it all down. I am not asking you to be perfect, I am asking you to trust me. Rest in the knowledge that you are loved, not because of what you do, but because of who you are, my beloved child. Let go of the weight, and let me carry it for you. Remember this, son, daughter. I'm always with you. I will never abandon you or leave you to face this life alone. I'm walking beside you, going before you, and guarding you from behind. When the road gets hard, lean on me. When the future seems uncertain, trust in my plans. My love for you is unshakable, my faithfulness to you unwavering. I am your father, and I will never stop loving you. Keep moving forward in my strength. You are never alone. Please subscribe to receive more of my truth and turn on notifications so you never miss what I have to say to you.